So here we are in Niue at the quarantine site for Anjalee, where she'll be for about 3 months. We have a massive big barn for her, so this is where she'll be at night, nice and sheltered, lots of airflow because it's 30 plus degrees here, so it gets very, very hot, but it's also very tropical, so lots of rain. She's used to that from Sri Lanka, so it'd be good to get her back into a routine. Connor and I have been here for the last week. We've been setting up the quarantine site, so everything's ready for when she arrives. So it's really important that everything's looked after because we do not want her out in this heat for too long.
Originally I'm from Niue. I think the local people here be all excited and seeing the elephant on the rock for the first time, you know. Gotta get back to it.
Yeah, incredibly excited. This is monumental. There's been years and years and lots of people involved in this project.
And the rain's coming.
Oh! Saw you jump. With her landing tomorrow, it's going to be such a milestone. It's going to be a few tears, I think.
So this is such an exciting day for us. We've been working for over 5 years to get to this place, and it's just a brilliant morning.
What we need to keep a really close eye on is how fatigued Anjalee gets, and it was obvious at the later stage of the transport that she was starting to get quite tired, and I can tell you there was moments that I was getting really nervous.
We're just about to load Anjalee to the Hercules, where she will be setting out on her next leg from Auckland to Niue. So by the middle of the year, Anjalee will be arriving back in Auckland and we'll be able to bring her finally to the zoo.
Obviously it's a fairly rare occasion where we get to transport a live elephant in the back of the C-130 Hercules, but I'm sure this will be one trip that I'll remember for the rest of my career.
You could obviously see that she was quite tired and she was resting up on the side of the crate. And yeah, it always gets you a little bit worried because the last thing you want is her to actually not be able to hold herself.
Welcome!
Welcome to Niue, Anjalee!
Everyone's been really cooperative. The trucks are ready and yeah, we're ready for the journey. Andrew exhausted, I think just absolutely exhausted, running on adrenaline, but very relieved.
So it was a massive journey to get Anjalee here to Niue, and it started for us in Sri Lanka at 2:30 in the morning. It was quite incredible because we actually had to wake her up, she was asleep. Going into the crate, I couldn't ask for any better from her. A little bit hiding because she's got a big move from this pallet to the truck before we take her up to a quarantine site.
All go.
Once we had the crate in place, it was really important that we try and get her out as quickly as we could and into the facility. She was obviously on alert. It's a completely new area for her, unfamiliar smells, but she did really well. And it was the later end of the day, and we just took her straight into an area where we could give her a good drink and some food. Because it's so late in the evening, we haven't got enough time to let her explore the environment. We're going to do that tomorrow. Because it is a new environment for her, she is going to probably call out a little bit. What we're hoping for though, in best case scenario, is that she has a good sleep tonight.
We want a few days of nice and quiet to settle her in. She needs to get to know the area, and Andrew needs to, form that bond who's built over in Sri Lanka, so it's all good stuff. We're just going to take some elephant grass from here. We can gather big bundles on a daily basis. Have you heard an elephant before? Like that, a lot better. And that's when they're excited. It's good, eh?